My name is Syfe Morrison, and this is This Week in Car Audio. Tune in, tune in, tune in, tune in. This Week in Car Audio. Tune in, tune in, tune in. We'll be talking about bass, talking about chips, talking about rings. You ain't got them, zip your lip. You got a problem you haven't found, check your grounds. The show about to start. Tune in, 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 tune in. This Week in Car Audio. Yeah. Tune in. This Week in Car Audio.
We are live. I'm sorry.
Anytime now you can.
There's mine. I'm sorry.
What's
I
up,
was sharing.
everybody?
All right. Hey, welcome to This Week in Car Audio. I was busy sharing to some groups. Lucky's still doing that right there.
Some good bloopers right there.
All right. I want to thank everybody for tuning in today.
This Week in Car Audio.
This Week in Car Audio. Right now we got Moses Martinez watching, Tom Selleck tuned in early, Tiffany Whitaker Paris, all the way from Bridgetown, Barbados, checking in. This week we are going to discuss an upcoming event in Texas. We got Smiley Wattz.
Yes, sir.
He's a promoter, or so. Tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do, sir.
I'm just your average Joe trying to help get the audio world bigger.
That's right.
So you're just a bass head at heart, then?
Yeah, I guess you could call me that. I know some people got a stricter definition of that, but I don't try to put no labels on me.
Okay.
What definitions do you hear? What definitions do you hear about being a bass head? I'm curious to know.
Oh, a whole lot more than what I do. I mean, you gotta live, eat, and sleep bass head. And I do more than audio. I do car shows. I do, nonprofit fundraisers. I don't dedicate my life to audio 24/7 like some people do. So that's why I don't consider myself a bass head.
No. My definition of a bass head is somebody who likes bass. That's my definition. Somebody that's into car audio. Plain and simple.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. That's what I would think. But you got those sticklers out there, so I don't like to argue in some of those conversations sometimes.
For sure.
I'll tell you really, our particular form that we use here, This Week in Car Audio and Basshead Diaries, we really define, not really so much as a basshead, but we really try to promote car audio or car culture. It doesn't matter if it's, like Lucky just put new rims on his truck today, right? So,
yeah.
It's about car culture, and you tend to find out if someone's in car culture, whether it be lowrider, old school, hot rods, or car audio culture, people tend to come together and hang out together,
Definitely. I'm just trying to get all of our car scene to accept the audio people. We've had, heck, in the DFW area, Southern Oklahoma, Southern Central, Southeast, Southwest, a lot of the other car cultures don't accept the audio people because they're too loud. But they'll sit there and they'll rev up their engines, they'll do other loud stuff compared to audio. And I'm just trying to bring the two groups together. And of course, you still got those older, stubborn car people that just don't want to accept it at all. So, and I gotta say, y'all gotta excuse the way I look because I was out doing yard work. I had some kids cutting my yard, and they left some trash in my yard, so that's why I'm all sweaty and ugly looking. So,
well, you are in Oklahoma. So doesn't everybody in Oklahoma look like that? Nah.
No, not as ugly as me. They look better than me. So.
We actually just had that, I was sharing the videos, but I was hearing you talk about, the loud cars and everything as far as like exhaust and all stuff. And we actually, at the last show at Jay's Alarms, we had a new guy come And I don't know if he was. Doug just gets to judging and he just goes 100 miles an hour. But I don't know if you heard the new guy. And every time he was pulling in the lanes, that guy, I was scared he was going to just drive through the wall. That guy's exhausted. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, I remember hearing it, but I couldn't tell you who it was.
That thing was so loud. And I was like, this is DB drag, but we're not in a drag racing place. You know what I mean? This guy was just, and I was like, oh my God, dude, I hope this guy puts it in park before he starts playing. He just flies through his fucking wall.
So Smiley's going to put on an event coming up this Sunday. Is that when your event is?
Yes, July 11th.
July 11th. And Jeffrey's going to judge it. So why don't you tell us
Jeffrey Fernandez?
Yeah, Jeffrey Fernandez, XSSPL Jeffrey, as he's known in my phone, because I've known him way longer than Jeffrey the judge. So, tell us about your event, sir.
Well, it's not necessarily my event. It's being put on by Team Voodoo Customs out of Haltom City. It's being sponsored by, I got to look at the event page right now because,
go ahead.
I forget everything, but it's being one of our main sponsors is AMP Global, or Stinger, as most people know him by. And then, of course, like I said, Voodoo Customs out of Haltom City, July 11th this year. It's everything's going to start at 11 a.m. We're hoping to be done by 6 p.m. But with the base race, sometimes we get the new cats in there and they just love the base race and they're like, oh man, let me get in there and try it. They see everybody having fun. So, we get them going, but it's going to be a triple point event for both DB Drag and USAC.
Okay.
So it's just something that we haven't seen in our area in quite some time. If there was, we missed out on it. We haven't seen anything in the DFW area. And so we decided to put it on. We know some cats were trying to get ready for the DB Drag finals. I don't even know when it's coming up.
That is August? October. It's in October. So the East Coast finals will be October 6th, that weekend. And then the following weekend, we'll have them over here on the West Coast. I think it's the 8th, I think, is when it is on the East, and then the 12th on the West Coast or something like that. Anyway, it's those 2 weekends. So, and the people in Dallas, I mean, they're kind of in the middle, so they can go either direction, whatever is better for them. Because we're doing it in Alabama versus California. I don't know what the difference is in driving. So it's a lot.
I think it's probably like an hour difference from us. So
yeah, okay.
But so, if we make the drive, we'll make the drive.
Just so you know, our current plan for my wife and I is we may be moving to the Fort Worth area coming about another 9 years or so, 9.5 years. So you may have 2 judges from California living in the Dallas area.
Well, good. As long as we can, because that's one thing we've heard a lot of is there's no DB drag shows around our area. Who's going to put it on? And I always hear the same thing about not only audio but car show wise, just the car community. Oh, we don't have this, we don't have that. Well, the only way, I'm prior military, so one of the things I do is if I hear somebody talking about it, we're trained. You don't talk about it, you just go out and do it. Yep. So I took that training into, the car community, and I try to get people together. I network with other people and say, hey, let's make this happen. Let's make this event happen. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But when it does, sometimes it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, don't talk about it, be about it.
Exactly. And our show is going to be, it's also a fundraiser for the American Legion. The American Legion post is American Legion 655. Okay. So that's another thing. I'm part of the, veteran community, and a lot of people talk about, Wounded Warrior and all these newer foundations for veterans. Mm-hmm. But for people like me, we don't get help from those organizations directly. We get more help from the American Legions, from the veterans of foreign wars, from the older veteran organizations. And so that's why ours is geared towards American Legion this time. Okay. And nothing against Wounded Warriors or anything like that. Nope. It's just
they have a place.
They're just so big. Yes,
they absolutely do have a place, and they're very helpful in the place where they exist. No doubt. So for me personally, out here, I'm from a huge veteran family, right? So I personally am not a veteran myself, but
he was in the Boy Scouts.
No, wasn't even in the Boy Scouts. I was in the Royal Rangers.
Oh shit!
No. So honestly, I went to the VFW, and I actually live on a lake. I'm the poor white trash that brings down the community, right? So I'm screwing up everybody's home values. Uh, and
Shoot.
so anyway, I was like, hey, you know what? Let's support our community because actually the community I live in, the housing development I live in, is the wealthiest in my area. So I bought the cheapest house in the nicest neighborhood, right? That's how you advance yourself, right? So, so I'm here. I'm like, hey, get a hold of the VFW. I'm like, check this out. There's so much money in our community. Let's give back to the veterans. VFW says they're like post number 12 or something like that. They're one of the oldest posts in the country. And they're like, no, you know what? We're 100% solvent. We're good. We don't need money. We are in a very good space with the VFW. They go, but our brothers at the American Legion, now they're in hurting because they have a building that they built in 1929, and
Damn.
and the thing is they can't occupy it because it doesn't meet current ADA requirements. Right, the
Damn.
building's it's almost 100 years old. So the bathroom stalls aren't the right size. They don't even have a ramp to get in the building. So
Oh,
so I put together a fishing tournament. We live on a lake, and so I put together a fishing tournament, and we donate that money to the American Legion every year. So
no, yeah.
we haven't raised them very much, which I told the people in my community I'm actually absolutely embarrassed by them. Some of the wealthiest people in our town, and we get 5 houses that actually participated in the event. 5 households
Man.
out of 480 homes. 5.
Ooh.
I was utterly embarrassed, but you gotta understand that typically the people that live in this type of community, they don't have the veteran backing, in their family history and whatnot
Yep.
that some of the other areas have. But
Yep.
it is growing. My first year we had 5. Last year, which was 2 years ago, this year we did it and we had 7. So I mean, I mean, 2's better than 0 growth, right?
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
I'm a big I'm a big proponent of the veterans. Like I said, it's a huge part of my history. All my cousins, my brother, my dad, my uncles, my aunts. I would say at least 90% of my family, and right now, just like if you just go 2 generations out, in all directions,
Yeah.
we're close to 300 people in our family. So
Wow.
we got huge. I got a huge family, and I would say at least 80 to 90% of them are military. So
Yep.
um, I'm a big fan of the military, and if I didn't get it, honestly, if I wouldn't have got married right when I did right out of high school, I was 100% Marine Corps bound. So
Oh yeah.
yeah, that was my life. So, but
Man.
anyway, let's talk about your show just a little bit here. So, yeah, where's it going to be at again?
It's gonna be at Haltom City's American Legion Post 655.
Where's that at?
That is, let me get the address right here. It is 2817 Carson Street,
Okay.
Haltom City, Texas 76117.
Okay. So that's in Texas. Where is it? Close to the
Yes.
Oklahoma border, or?
Uh, hour and a half away.
Okay.
Or actually, depending on traffic, construction, yeah, hour and a half, hour. So
Okay. And so you're gonna have Jeffrey out there judging. What
yeah,
are you gonna have going on there just besides the DB Dragon base race?
it's gonna be DB Drag. We're gonna have Usaki's
Right.
event. We're gonna have Chet Till for Usaki.
Okay.
I
Chet's
think
good.
Andy with Boom Audio is going to also be out here helping out with the
Yep.
DB Drag and possibly the Usaki side, since we'll have 2 events at once.
Okay. That's good.
So, other than that, we'll probably be doing some like 50-50 raffles. It's nothing too huge.
Car
It's
show
a first
too,
annual
or?
show. A car? No car show, because reason why I say no car show this year is because the place is so small. I think we're gonna have so many base heads coming out there that
Okay.
they might just take up the whole parking spot. I'm a little concerned that we might not even have spectator parking at this place.
So
So
Jeffrey's watching right now.
I know, I just saw that.
And I'll tell you, hey, if Jeffrey doesn't get those base racers through, you should watch my shows. It don't matter how many base racers we got, we get through them. So
heck yeah.
um, make sure he hurries them up, and we do top
Oh yeah.
dog at the event. And
What's top dog?
so top dog is very similar to base race, except
Okay.
for instead of having 29, 39, and 49 classes,
Mm-hmm.
I'll put them all in one class. And it just matters if you get the 9.9. And in base race, if you tie, you get 30 seconds to restart your song.
Mm-hmm.
In top dog, it just keeps on rolling. It adds 10 seconds until you get a loser.
Whoa.
So it's a lot of fun, huh, Lucky?
Oh yeah. I didn't hear a word you fucking said. What?
Base race versus top dog.
Yeah, no, I love that. No, so actually, before this live feed, I was just talking to Doug about a guy that I bumped into today. That we always talk about how so many people don't know that we actually compete. So me and this guy exchanged numbers because he's like, "Compete? Where do you do that at?" And I'm like, "I got you taken care of." So he just actually called me. So I just messaged him and I just told him, "Hey, get on Sonic FX. You can check us out right now." So anyway, yeah, about top dog and base race. Do I love it? Is that what you asked?
Yes. Well,
Um.
yeah. What are your thoughts on top dog? Because he's never even heard of top dog.
Oh wow.
So tell him he better have it at his show, right?
Yeah, dude, for sure. I love it because money's involved, and also you have a second chance. It's a, I'm drawing a blank on second. It's a double elimination, right?
Yes.
So if you lose once, you have another chance, and so you could be kicking ass on your first round, but if you lose and somebody else gets you and they tie, they could take half your points. So you might think you're doing great, and then next thing you know, you realize you lost because somebody got a ton of points, and that's happened to me a number of damn times.
Oh
But
damn.
yeah, and it's fun, and like I said, there's money involved, so it's even better. So
So
Looks
that's
like I'll
not
be
all
doing top
events.
dog.
So that's not all events. I do the money personally on the West
okay,
Coast. We
Okay.
so lucky. I don't want this to sound like bragging because it isn't. It's what I do at my shows is not necessarily what people do at all shows. Okay, just like when Jeffrey does his show, I don't do my show exactly like Jeffrey, and Jeremy Weber doesn't do his shows like Jeffrey or I do, and Jeremy Creamer doesn't do the shows. We all have our own unique way of doing shows. Well, in my shows, to help encourage Top Dog, we have I pay them the entry. $5 of every entry that enters top dog goes to the winner. So if there's 10 people, the first place gets $50.
Yeah.
Oh
So
damn.
my bad on that is just 99% of the shows I go to are Doug Stockton's. So therefore, if you win money.
Yes.
Yeah.
So outside of like CES and Surf City, that's the only two that I go to that there's not money involved. So
Yeah. So, but like I said, let me know when Nyman hits there, so we can. He should be logging in any minute. So anyway, tell Jeffrey you want top dog. I know he's here. I know he's watching. So there's no reason he can't do top dog. Top dog's
Definitely.
quick. You line everybody up, and it's just like base race. The big difference, though, like I said, is if you tie, you
Mhm.
keep going. In base race, you tie, you get a 30-second reset. So
Okay.
that's the big difference. And also in top dog, you can actually go in at 119.9. If you're like
What?
if you have a stock system and you can't get up, you can do 199. You can have your doors, your windows open, whatever you want to do
What?
in top dog.
yeah,
So-
you go against. I don't know if you already went over this. I was looking at my
little
phone
bit,
again.
but go ahead.
Yeah, you also get to go against other people doing their numbers. So in base race, you're stuck in your class, a 129.9 or a 139.9.
Mhm.
In top dog, you could do from a 19.9, and you could be going against the guy who's doing a 29, the guy
59.9.
doing a 59.9. So it's anything you want from a 19.9 on up. So
Yeah.
that's
So how do you-
that's the other cool thing about it.
Uh-huh.
So how do you determine what class you're in? Do you still have to qualify for that, or how
So
does
you
that
have,
work?
you have 10 seconds to get into your class, right? So even if
Yeah.
you chose, like, I always do 139.9. Let's just say I had a bum start and, something happened. I couldn't start right away and I couldn't make it to my 39. I have 10 seconds to get into that 39. If I fall short, now I'm in the
Mhm.
29.9 class. So I got to, be in there. If you overshoot in that 10 seconds and you're 49, you're stuck in 49 now. So,
Yeah.
Okay.
So when there's 20 seconds remaining on the timer,
Mhm.
whatever your first two digits are, they stay. So one,
Yep.
so 129, 139, whatever it is. What if you're 132, you're stuck in the 139.9 class.
Right.
Okay.
But when there's 20 seconds left, yeah, like if you have a totally screwed up start and
Yeah.
you forgot to turn on your stereo system for the first 8 seconds,
We've
and
all
now
done that.
all of a sudden you can only go to 119.9 or
Yeah.
you bust
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
So, but Jeffrey just posted in here, he's offering Top Dog along with Freestyle. So Freestyle, by that look, obviously you don't know what it is.
Nope.
Lucky saw Freestyle for the first time this Friday night. So Freestyle is basically we have a sphere because we're not USAC, so we get a sphere instead of a globe, and you can put the microphone anywhere you want in front of the B pillar, windows, doors, open, whatever you want.
Anywhere.
Yep.
Literally
or you can
anywhere.
Go legal. And for me personally, the classes I ran, because we haven't decided classes yet. So I suggest to Jeffrey, any vehicle that would be classified as a super street vehicle, that's one class. Any vehicle that would be classified as a stock vehicle, be another class. That seemed to work really well at Slamology. And, we didn't have very many people try it this last show, but it is a good way for people that don't want to stick around and do brackets. If they just want to see how loud their car is, they can put the mic down there. But really, the big thing about a DB drag event is that when you show a number from a DB drag event, it's the gold standard in car audio. So you say, hey, my DB drag score is a 155 because somebody will tell you my USAC score is a 173. You don't know if it's Port Wars. You don't know if it's in the kick. You don't know if it's legal. Right?
Yep.
So DB drag is like the gold standard. So I always suggest, hey, let's do it legal in the freestyle section. And sometimes people will do legal on their first run and then put it in the kick on their second run to try and improve their score. But if they do it legal on the first one, then they know what their DB drag score is. Right? And that's really for people that just want to compete just to see how loud they are.
All right. Dang. So which one registers? Do they just keep the higher score as the outlaw score?
Whatever so it becomes just like an outlaw score in USAC. So it's whatever the higher of the two is, that's what ends up being the winner.
Okay. Kind of sucks because it's still not the gold standard, but hey, it's a higher score.
Yeah. So, but anyway, I mean, at least then it gives people, then you can see where you sit when you do a DB drag score. And like I said, so you go legal on your first run, second run you stick it in the kick, and that way you can get hey, I'm a 154, but actually they're legal only, their DB drag score is only like a 148.3.
Right.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That'd be me.
So Nyman checked in yet?
Yeah, he's ready.
Okay, cool. Hey, Smiley, I want to thank you one more time. Thank you to your sponsors,
Stinger
and Amp America, Team XSSPL Jeffrey, or Jeffrey Fernandez, as he's known, Jeffrey the Judge, travels all over the country just like I do help do shows. And, I mean, he's as standing and upstanding and great judge as you guys can possibly get. I've worked with that guy for years. And hey, when you do see him, ask him to hear his ringtone. That's me calling out his world finals when he set his world record and won the world championship. Okay. So that's kind of cool.
That's awesome. That's cool.
So, because I mean, at my shows, I get pretty excited, and I live feed all my events. So, because I'm enthused, and I think the only way to get the crowd and the participants to get enthused.
Shoot.
What do you mean, oh, shoot? Did you just delete somebody?
No, but I just changed the whole layout of this damn thing.
Well, it doesn't matter because we're using my layout today, sir.
Right. That's gotta.
All right. I want to tell you one more time. Thank you for coming in, Smiley. This Sunday.
Yes, sir.
In what town again?
Altum City, Texas.
Altum City, Texas. We have a 3X. It's going to be Booming Audio, and Jeffrey and Chet and Andy are all going to be there, help run that event. 3X USAC and 3X DB Drag.
Yes, sir.
All right, sir. Hey, once again, thank you for coming out. Tune in, share this video. Anybody else who's watching this, share this. But let's go ahead and switch him out for
Nice seeing you, man. Nice meeting you.
And, nice to meet y'all, too.
Talk to you again later. All right. So now.
Right. There we go. Let me switch this to Nyman. Boom. There we go. Nyman, turn your phone sideways.
Every time I turn it sideways, they get mad.
Looks like you're turned right now with the sunglasses on the middle of your install bay there.
Oh yeah, I'm just tired.
It still says Smiley Wattz above Brian Nyman.
No, it doesn't.
At least on my end,
You're
it
delayed.
is.
Remember, you're delayed
Okay.
20 seconds.
All right. I guess that explains that.
All right. I want to remind everybody once again, if
There we
you
go.
are watching this and we can't see your comments,
Let me now you say comments. Let me run through here real quick because
Okay.
we got Moses Martinez, Chris Jenner, Woody McDonald. Let's see here. Chris Jenner said happy 4th. Jeffrey Fernandez, what's going on? All formats will be given available, including freestyle. Brett Barber, what's going on, boys? And let's see here. Dave Bradshaw said, what do you want on your sandwich later? I'll get back to you on
Peanut
that.
butter and jelly.
Yeah. Can I give Doug a sealed demo in the DC tank? Nyman looking gangsta, Jeffrey Fernandez said. All right, so we just went through everybody right there.
Yep. All right. Hey, once again, like I was saying, so we can't see your comments unless you post in the Sonic FX page. So we need you to post in there if you want to share your comments so we can see them. All this is available right after the show on iHeart, iTunes, Spotify, all your download as audio only podcasts, usually about an hour after the event. Nyman's trying to get comfortable up in there, and it ain't working right now.
No, I did that and I kicked the camera.
Oh.
I had to slide over. I had to go that way to fill in.
All right. So what's
okay.
that right behind you, Nyman?
That's my cat house.
That's a cat house, huh?
Yeah, 4 cats go in there. No, it's a speaker box I've been working on for 418s.
And if you're following him on Facebook, you'll definitely have been able to see it. He's been posting pictures of it as they've been going along. So
nice.
Baltic Birch, I saw. What else is going on with that thing?
Not a whole. I got it all built, put together. I had Gately cut it out with his CNC machine, so
right.
Everything just went together like a snap together puzzle when I put it together.
Mm-hmm. So what are we doing this Saturday night? If you want to tell everybody.
I don't know yet. If I get it all put together, it's still sitting behind me. So
what's the rest of us doing, whether you're done with that or not?
I think you're
having
a
show at your house, aren't we?
Oh yeah, we're throwing a show at my shop Saturday night.
Yeah.
There it is.
Ding ding ding.
Yeah, right.
I'm about $1 behind on that one. Yeah, we're doing on what is it, July 10th.
Yes, sir.
This Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
We have a rule. If you don't pick up your shit, we're gonna have problems. And
yes.
If you drink, throw your alcohol bottles away in a garbage can and not in my neighbor's bushes, please. That person knows who he is.
Yeah, I mean, that's common respect right there.
Yep.
And it is bullshit when people do that too, man. Because I've seen it myself.
I've kept my mouth shut through about 5 shows, and I'm getting sick of it because my neighbors are complaining. Yeah. And whoever the guy is that's barbecuing, don't come in there barbecuing. There is no cooking food at my shows, especially in a Weber, because you have nowhere to throw those charcoals away when you're done. Huh. So
okay.
I don't mind a gas grill you can turn off and on. That's fine. But this weekend, I'm going to have people in there cooking tacos, selling tacos, that shit. So
yeah,
you don't have to bring food. Just show up, bring your weed, share with me. Sharing is caring. No, I'm joking.
That's legal here in this state. So
yeah,
there's only a few things. There's only a few things I ask at my show, and that's to clean up behind yourself and to respect everybody's stuff out there.
Yep,
that's all.
Yeah.
And that should be common every show.
That's common, every show. That's common sense.
That's everywhere it goes. But last few shows I've had a lot of bushes filled up with beer bottles and random shit. A lot of alcohol though.
Yeah.
I don't ask for much. my mom's finally done with her cancer, so I could do shows again.
How's she doing?
How's she doing? Yeah, how's she doing?
She's doing good now.
Good.
She's finally done basically with everything. It's just, she said I could start shows back up because anything could have got her sick with her immune system being weak.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
It'll be good to see her back out at shows. You know, she puts on one heck of a show, especially for the Toys for Tots.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, for you guys that haven't been to a Toys for Tots show over at Nyman's, their shop goes all out for that. You know, Santa shows up, Mrs. Claus. They usually have a section set up for pictures. They have a little.
My dad plays Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Short Portuguese, like a 4-foot Santa Claus. No.
Biggest donation spot too, man. Oh my gosh, dude, shoot. Unreal.
So our first year we did the Toys for Tots there. I had a Dodge Caravan minivan, and we filled it up. Pretty much just filled it up. The second year, we filled up a trailer and my minivan. And then since then, I mean, they got a bigger trailer now, and I mean, it's amazing how much they get out of this. I
usually take 2 to 3 truckloads to the children's hospital or the children's home.
Yep.
I usually take. We split it up because the children's home could take stuff that Shriners Hospital can't take.
Right.
Like Shriners won't take bicycles, skateboards, any of the fun shit. Oh, wow. They don't promote the kids riding around in the hospital crashing into stuff. That's exactly how they put it to me.
Yeah.
You know, the Nerf gun. They don't like the Nerf guns, you know, because I'm like, come on, you gotta take the fun out of all this shit.
Yeah.
But the children's home can take all that kind of stuff. You know, they don't have restrictions on it. So we break it down. We send like 4 loads to each, and that's about, you know, we do that to have fun because these little kids nobody has nothing at these places.
Yep.
Their parents bailed on them at the children's home, so they're all like orphans basically. So
yeah.
And then you got the kids in there at Shriners fighting for their lives. So you know, it's kind of cool to give back to all that.
Absolutely.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'll tell you what, there's so much stuff. I remember, I think it was like the first and second year that I went to your show for the Toys for Tots, dude. I mean, seeing all them bikes, I mean, everything. There was just 50 billion things right there. I was blown away by that. There's tons and tons.
One year, John Robbie's dad donated 20 bikes to the show.
Man. Oh, awesome.
That's right, yeah.
He rolled up with like, the first round he came up, I think it was like 10 or 12 bikes in the back, and then he bought the next show, he brought the remaining bikes. So just donate them out to all the hospital, where people we can know. We donate to churches.
Yeah.
There's a couple of churches my mom and dad go to that they put up like a list of what kind of kids are in there and find out, you know, what we got that we could hook them up with. Like, he'll fit a bike, she'll fit the little scooter, you know, shit like that. Right. You know, we try to give back to all around the city basically first before anybody else, because
that's right.
We'll absolutely have your mom and dad on for the Toys for Tots event on This Week in Car Audio. We'll definitely have them on. It's, you know, I thank them personally every year when we do the events, obviously.
It's been like 17 years we've been using that parking lot.
It's been a long time. I think around 2005. So I think it's like 16 years, I think, is when we
16, 17, something like that.
Yeah.
Long ass time. And not one neighbor has said nothing about us.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a good spot. I mean, it's tucked away.
Nobody's never called the police. We're in the ghetto, so nobody cares really. You know what I mean? It's just, we're in an industrial ghetto is what it is.
Yeah.
The industrial area, nobody cares. There's no laws. And then we got neighborhoods within like a football field and a half from us, but it's the project. So they probably start dancing and having fun to it, you know?
Yeah.
Hearing like 500 different bass waves coming through their house.
Yeah. Hey, now their stereo system at their home's got a little bump to it.
We had a wall shaking to their lifestyle.
Yeah.
Right.
Back massages.
Yeah. So anyway, so Nyman, he may be coming back out and competing.
That's what I was just gonna ask. Yeah.
He made some post about possibly doing Top Dog this time.
Are you gonna be doing Top Dog?
I know how to do it. Frankie taught me a long time ago.
Frankie Smith?
Yeah, ask him. I broke his lucky streak. Only time I ever won in Top Dog, and Frankie taught me how to do it, so I used what Frankie taught me on Frankie.
Hey, that's how it always works.
That was the last time I ever got away with that on him after that, because I tried it again and again and again, and it didn't work no more. He caught on to me.
Frankie's good, dude. Frankie's good. Yeah.
Yeah, he's been in it since the beginning with Top Dog, so he's good at that shit.
Yeah,
he paid attention to all the rules. I would go 30 seconds and shut my stereo off.
Yeah.
Every time.
Can't do that.
I forget to leave it and let it keep going.
Right.
And if I did leave it going, it would bust out because I'd forget to back it down or whatever you had to do. I don't know. For a couple seconds, and then I'd forget that because I'm all off, eating nachos or something, or eating a hot dog while I'm doing the shit. So
I've been there, done that. I've watched that happen several times. I seen you do that at World Finals, sitting there eating nachos with the window down. I'm like, roll your window up, man. You're about to go. Licking his fingers, and he gets to going and nails it. Yeah. I always brag about that.
It's fun. I don't know. I've done it so many times. It's like riding a bicycle to me.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've been in base racing, I think, since it started, basically. So
pretty close. And you got one ring? Is that what you got?
Well, every year I go to World Finals, I come there drunk, screwing around. I build a speaker box right there, try to use that and win. So I tried to make it hard on myself, but I tried to have fun too. Yeah. Show people don't put your whole world wrapped up in it. Have fun while you're doing it.
Yeah.
Whether I win or lose, like, hey, Doug, when I was in Oklahoma.
Yep.
I came out to the fucking arena drunk out of my mind, downing Red Bulls.
Yes, he did.
And then the only reason I lost that is because they turned my car around and had me facing the other way. Remember? They flipped me on the other side of the lanes.
I do so many shows I forget about that stuff. But I do remember you in the finals.
It was me and the dude in Brazil. And the dude only did a 126, and I couldn't see him because I was facing the opposite way. It was some weird ass shit.
Wow, that sucks, dude.
But from out the gate till 129.95, I held a 129.9 right out of the gate all the way to the end, and then it red light, and then back to 29.9, just like that.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's how I lost. I could have turned it down 2 notches and won the world title.
If you would have known what he had.
If I could see what his score was.
Right.
I didn't know what it was.
Yeah,
and when I seen it was a 126, I was like, I went back, got some more liquor, and got drunk.
But hey, but didn't you go out there with Greg Colin on that year?
Oh yeah, that motherfucker fart smelled like a sewer in my car. And he'd laugh about it too. And I'm like, three states don't smell the same. That's bullshit. There ain't no way 3 states smell like fucking dead animals. That was fun. We went to the Grand Canyon. We found some crater in New Mexico or somewhere. We're on some
Arizona.
Arizona. Yeah, we're on some property that was like owned by the military, and they came out and booted us off their property. I was scratching on the side of a old Indian building. I put Team Basic Nyman in the wall, and we were taking pictures of me smoking weed. And some dudes in like SUVs rolled up on us. So they was like pointing. They said, if you want to see anything, take your ass back out to that road. You either go to the crater or get your ass on the freeway and leave. That's exactly what he said to us. So we went and checked out this crater right up the road that was like 2 miles deep. I guess something hit the earth or something.
Yep.
We went and checked that shit out for a minute.
If you ever see the movie Starman with Jeff Bridges, it's really based around that crater, and it's
is it?
Yeah. So that's
you have to look. You look at the top of the rim through a scope, like a telescope, and it's 2 miles down, and there's like a house in there with a cutout board guy in there from NASA, like a 6 foot tall dude. But if you don't look through the scope, you can't even see none of that shit.
What? Huh.
Yeah, it's that deep down.
Wow.
But they wouldn't let me. They wouldn't let me actually go on the walking trip down in there because there's rattlesnakes, I guess. So I had on flip flops, and they told me I couldn't go. So I did climb down the side of the Grand Canyon, the trail that goes down the Z Trail. I went down probably about 30 minutes worth of it and almost fell out. And I was like, "Yep, got to go back up." Hey, I learned Greg Colin's also scared of fucking heights. He knows that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm scared to death of heights.
No, me too.
I'm scared to death.
I was jumping off the edge of the cliff, and I knew there was like a 5 foot, like a platform about 5 feet down. So all these tourists were standing there, and I went over the rail. And I was like, bye, and I jumped down, and I could hear I heard all these people screaming, kind of like, ooh, what the fuck did you just do? And I stood back up, and I was like, what's up?
Just come up like this, like you're floating?
Yeah, I was just like, the Grand Canyon looked like a picture, swear to God.
Oh, yeah.
It didn't look real. It didn't look real at all.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like we were at some point where it was 14.7 miles to the bottom. Is that we're at the most deepest part of it or tallest part of it or some shit.
Okay. So I mean,
fun.
that's kind of what I get at with a lot of these shows, and we talk about is, hey, you know, the car audio culture that you going to world finals and this and that. That's what brought you to go to these places and got you to hang out and give you some cool times. Hanging out with people.
I was showing people shops all over the place.
Oh yeah. So
I would come everywhere. Well, I started following you everywhere.
You did, and I go everywhere.
And I went everywhere.
Yep.
That Honda Civic went everywhere.
Did you come down with me to Arizona when I went and did Scott Owens' shop or
Scott
no?
Owens. The Scott Owens show.
Yeah. I thought you came down there for that. So he drove all the way down to Phoenix with me to.
And then I went to. I was introduced to Andrew McCain.
That's correct.
Andrew McCain.
Yep.
I've known Andrew McCain for I don't know how many days. You introduced me to him.
2008 or 2009. So
he took me across the street from World Finals. Remember that day I almost died smelling that van fucking blowing in my face in the arena at Oklahoma. He took me across the street and bought me like $100 steak dinner and all this shit. And I'm just like,
damn.
All right. I was grubbing, dude, but I almost died because he seen that. He seen I needed some air from breathing carbon monoxide coming out of his van.
Right.
And I was just like, I went outside and woke straight back up. Was like, whoa.
Yeah, Andrew's good people. I mean, the people you meet at these car shows are definitely special. You met the Team Basic guys, Chemo and Joey and all them, you know, through the world.
Oh, yeah, we went head-to-head. That's how we met.
Yep.
We were battling it. Me and Alpine.
Yep.
Christian Jensen. Shit, there was a bunch of people back then that were good. Dre, when he was on a good day. Brandon, but a lot of people hate him now, so nobody talks to him no more. So I don't know what he did something in the hood, so he ruined his own credit. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Base racing back then was really fun because like we were putting money on the windshield.
Yeah,
it was getting wild. Like, you know, $20 bills laced all the way across those windshield wipers. I was like, told Alpine, let's roll. We could buy him a new mic cord later.
So
I mean, it used to be fun. Like we could do all the classes in one car.
Yep. So we did. Now you can do base race and then you can do top dog. And the big thing about doing the multiple classes was so you can go against different people and you can show your range what you can do. One of the shows, I can't remember which one it was, but Frankie, he won in Top Dog. He won in the 119.9, 129.9, 139.9, and 149.9. So he won four runs in a row, each at a different class level. So,
oh wow!
just to prove a point.
Yeah. So, sit down and watch this, fellas.
I don't know if you were. I don't remember who hosted the show at Ray Argon's in Fresno, but I used everybody's cars against everybody in the 39.9 class. I went out and borrowed everybody's cars one at a time. Like for every run, I had a new car. And I used Ray Pimley's Jeep at the end, and I beat everybody in the 39 class by using everybody else's cars but my own car. All I had was my memory stick.
Wow.
Yeah. And so that's very similar to what we do now with the Beat the Boss, which we'll get into that here soon.
Yeah, I'm ready for you.
I got him the other night.
He might have got
I've been chasing his ass. I've been chasing his ass for like 17, 18 years. So
I got him twice. I got him the other night, and I got him the show before that too.
Damn, that's bullshit crap.
Man.
Damn, Doug.
Hey, but we tied, and then I lost this last show.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, you know who's getting good, man? And it's like, it's insane how quick is Moses.
Yes.
Moses
went from doing like a 29.8 or 29.2 his last show to this show here. He tied and then came back and lost with a 29.8.
He was on his A game, man, and that's what I try to tell people. And I think I don't know for sure. Was he another one that you had me get in his vehicle or explain to him or no?
No. I think so. Moses has been competing since before you came back. And
really?
Yeah. So he's been to, I think, 5 shows now.
I thought this was the second one, the Reno show, and then this one right here.
Oh no, it was the second Fresno show.
Oh, see,
so
I
he
thought
started
this was
in
just
Fresno.
his second show.
No, he started in Fresno, I think he did 2 shows in Fresno, went to Reno, and then came back to Fresno. And I think that's his group of shows so far.
Okay, so he didn't compete before and he just came back. This is his 3rd show, is what you're saying?
Yes.
I thought you meant he had done competed before. Now he's back. I was like, they didn't make it sound like that to me. But yeah, he's doing good. I was shocked, and I'll tell you what, that dude is he don't care if he blows shit up or anything. that dude got in the death match, and I heard that card just going crazy.
Yep.
He was playing. You're supposed to go 4 minutes. I don't know if you saw it, Nyman, but you're supposed to go 4 minutes, full tilt, and he was playing test tones for, what do they last? 30 a minute?
Oh, 30 seconds.
30 seconds?
Yeah.
And then it would end, and he would just play another test tone for a full 30 seconds on full tilt, and then the song would end and go to another frequency, and his score is just going up, down.
Was Greg Colin in the death match?
Yes.
He was.
Yes.
Yeah, he plays test tones all the way through it too.
Yeah, he didn't so much this time.
Yeah, not so much.
He didn't?
No.
Because that thing's his little blazer's pretty violent when he did the test tones in the death match. I mean, it actually hang with those motherfuckers.
Yeah, well, it kept shutting off on him. He was having problems, and then I could smell his woofers with his doors sealed. They were not smelling good. So it did not work out well for Greg.
You remember the death matches back in the day with what the dude's Hummer from Fresno, the baller dude?
Yep. Ray West.
No,
he's one who built it, but yes, somebody else's Hummer. Yeah.
That dude that owned it told me, he goes, "Yep, that's another $500 mirror." When we was at the Arizona arena.
Yes, Laughlin actually, and we went across the river to Arizona in Ballard City or whatever that was. Yep.
Bullhead or some shit like that.
There you go. Yep. And so we were competing in Arizona, but we were staying in Laughlin, Nevada, because it literally was separated by the river. So.
The Colorado River.
Yep. So you're going to be competing? Are you going to be doing Top Dog or Base Race Nyman this weekend?
I honestly don't know. I don't know if I'll have it all together. I'm trying to buy the amp, that 4-rack amp, the amp rack holds 4 amps. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I would try to get that, but dude ain't got back to me, so I don't know. I'll be there.
I'll be there.
You gotta open up the door for me to plug in.
I guess I'm gonna borrow everybody's cars again.
Hey, there you go.
No, I don't know if I'll have it done or not. I'm not rushing it. I spent like all day Saturday working on it, and then yesterday I went and hung out over at my friend's house for a while, and then came back home to check on my building, make sure it didn't burn down from all these crackheads around here, and then basically just fell asleep.
Okay.
Yeah, they start fires out here where I'm at all the time too, man. Every damn day. All these homeless, the tent cities, man.
It sounds like a fucking war over here. All till about 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh yeah, that's same thing over here till 2 in the morning. Yep, going crazy.
Yep.
I mean, probably about 40% of the shit shook this building. That's how loud it was. I was like, God damn. I'm getting bombed.
I saw a few minutes of Preston Ray's live feed he was doing, right, of the little fireworks show going on. And I only caught it for a minute, man. So I don't know the full story or anything. I totally forgot to even go back and watch it because I wanted to see it. But one of the guys that was lighting the fireworks must have blew his hand up, because at one point of him filming, he walks up and he's like, "Look at this shit," and he holds his hand up, man. It looked like meat everywhere. And I was like, oh. So me and my wife and my kids, or actually Sean was skateboarding right there, but me and my wife was standing outside across the street, and all of a sudden I'm filming this way, and one of the mortars went off right there on the ground next to us. Boom! I mean, just went, blew up right there at our feet. And so we start running from it because we don't know if it's going to keep going off. We don't know what's going on. We just know it blew up right there at us. And luckily we didn't get tore up by it. And then like 30 minutes later, the damn neighbors did it again. What was happening is the cannon, the tube, they would light it and it would fall over and it boom and then shoot out and kept almost fucking killed us. Damn it.
All right. So
all
right. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, so everybody knows, this Saturday night we're going to be at Nyman, 6 p.m. roll-in time. Brackets by 8 p.m. will be live. We'll be broadcasting live on Sonic FX. I'll share it to a handful of pages, but we will have live brackets for DB Drag, Base Race, Top Dog. We also will, every time somebody does a Cyclone run, I go live on Sonic FX and post that Cyclone run live when it happens. So if you guys want, you can tune into all that. That
and
should be really good.
If you haven't been to a Nyman night show, you are missing the fuck out. They're the best night shows. It's crazy, crazy demos. The show gets crazy, and like he said, no cops or any problems happen over there. It's just live. It's on and cracking.
And because the Nyman shows, that's the reason that all of my shows this year are night shows, other than the 1-2X we're gonna do in outside of Reno with that car show. So because
you know where I got the night shows from, right?
No, where'd you get that from?
Jay's.
Oh, Jay's, yeah, because we did the Midnight Madness shows.
Remember he did that the 9/11 thing.
Yep, that was he called it his Midnight Madness 911 emergency show.
He started that late night show there, and I was like, so I mean,
yep.
I've had like few people ring my ear about doing the night show. You know, it's like, I don't know, let's see how it goes. Remember the first one went till fucking like almost 2 o'clock in the morning. I was like, yeah, I supposed to need to leave. I'm tired. Go home, shit.
They're fun. Not only are they fun because you know you got a lot of people with the LED lights and everything, but it's also good because you ain't out there just sweating and till 4 o'clock in the afternoon, just dying in the heat. And right now, man, my ass in the heat, dude. I don't know what's going on with me, but I can't take it. I literally can't take it. So I'm very
high blood pressure.
So check it out, bros. I need to get checked for that because I'm telling you.
Heat will make you slow and dizzy when you have high blood pressure. I have
So that's what's going on with me is I literally was at Reno. I almost threw up. I didn't know why, but I got nauseous. I had to sit in my truck with the AC blasting. And the first Reno show, I had to leave. I couldn't even stay. I was tore up. And then so when I went to Jay's Alarms the other day, I was sitting in there for a good portion of it. But yeah, I need to go get tested because something's definitely not right with me. I mean, you guys know every show I went to during the summer and everything, I'm out there, I'm filming, and now it's like I get out in that sun too long, I'm dizzy, lightheaded, I'm shaky as hell. So if I ever lose in base race or top dog, I don't care what.
That's your excuse.
That's my excuse. I'm sticking with it.
All right. Hey guys, I want to thank Brian Nyman for coming in. Hey, I appreciate you, Brian. Good talking to you, sir. We'll see you Saturday night, 6 p.m. Also, Ray Pimley's going to be hosting a show over at Lunsford Customs Saturday morning at 10 a.m., I believe, is his start. I'm not 100% sure, but that's going to be a Iasca. Is that what he does?
Yeah, Iasca, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, so he'll be doing an Iasca, and he's calling it like SPL school or something like that. So if that's something you guys are interested, absolutely go over there, support Ray and his event. But then we'll be, like I said, we'll be at Nyman, 6 p.m. And I will say, don't be late because you will lose your spot.
You show up late, don't come in stealing people's spots.
That's
Respect
right.
it. If they're up there qualifying, ask first before you try to pull into a spot when it's only one and the rest is full. Just try to respect people.
Yep.
Yeah.
Come 6:30, all the spots are going to be taken.
Do not block the driveway entrances anymore because I got warned about that by the fire department. Those are fire, issue lanes. I don't know. They had some issue about that.
Yeah.
People are starting to park right there and blocking it up. So if you're not there and you don't get a spot in there, you have to park out on the street. I'm sorry, find somewhere to park. But and also remember to respect the other people that work in the rent buildings in there. It's not just my property; it belongs to a lot of people in there. And my landlord, my mom and dad.
You may be asked to move because you might be blocking a roll-up door. So that's
if somebody pulls up wanting into one of those buildings, get out of their way. They just want to get their stuff and probably get out of there.
Yep.
Just give them that courtesy. But I will have people there selling tacos and stuff like that. So don't bring no grills. Just come and chill. Like I said, if you got, good endo, not no Bobby Brown, come see me.
All right, Nyman, we're going to say goodbye to you. So you're going to hit that leave button. But, hey, thanks for coming in, and we will see you Saturday, sir.
Oh, yeah. Right, brother. Hopefully I'll have my shit up. I was going to show you the little.
Oh, show us.
I don't know if you can see up there.
Oh,
yes, sir. We got a couple of drills. We got 4 big empty holes, a port. Couple of supports in there.
I had Gately cut that out with his computer.
Yep, very nice.
Well,
I'm being anal. I'm just being anal because I bought 4 Neo. I had bought 4 Neo 18s a long time ago, so I didn't want a raggedy ass box that I would build. So, well, when you're cutting with a skill saw, if you push too fast, it'll curve the blade. It'll make the blade bend, and that's where people get that little gap in their boxes when they're putting them together. Yep. It's nothing personal. Everybody does it. Right. I know they got a computer. I said, I don't care about the money. I really wanted it done with that. So when I put it together, it just all came together perfect, like this, right behind me.
Yep. That's awesome.
It only took me about 7 hours because I was stoned, but you know, hey. All right, you guys.
All right, we'll see you later, Nyman. Hit that like button.
See you guys all Saturday night. Drive safely.
Sir. Yep.
All right.
Have a good night.
Guys. Goodbye. Oops. Zoom, 2 people. Where's Nyman still? There he goes. Hey, now we're out of here. All right, now we're down to 2 people in here, just you and I, sir.
Yep.
Moses Martinez asked the location of this Nyman guy. So that's something.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell him where it's at?
Yeah, Moses. I'll tell you what. So I love Jay's shows. I always have. I love all the shows, man. But the show at Nyman's the night show. It's just what's the time frame as far as Nyman throwing his and Jay's Alarms throwing his? How long has that been going on?
Well, Jay did his probably 3 or 4 years before Nyman did his first one.
Okay, so he's even been doing them longer, Jay. Okay.
Yeah, but Jay doesn't always do night shows. But yeah, so he's probably like Nyman is correct. I believe Jay was my first time doing night shows.
Yeah, it's I would say, there's probably 3 times the amount of people at the shows that I've been to. It's a real big show. It's on Kissig Road, right?
Yep.
So if you get off at 99 and you go over the highway,
you're gonna 47th Avenue.
47th Avenue and make a left on west. Kissig. Yeah, then you're gonna see everybody right there. It's Mello's Auto Repair. So if you just GPS Mello's Auto Repair in Sacramento, it'll take you right the fuck to it. And it's a lot of people go to that show. It's a good one.
All right, I'm gonna pull up the calendar real quick and go over. Oh no, let's talk about the show first. So let's talk about last weekend's show at Jay's Alarms.
Yeah, what's up on that death match, man? Woo! Right, my asses took that shit.
Oh yeah,
took it. He took it. He got what was it? A 150 point something at the end.
150.0
and
that's
even.
Because that's what he wanted, even. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
So Jay said it was real simple. He's gonna pay $3 a DB up to $450, which is a 150. So right. Ray says, you know what? You only paid a 150. All you get's 150.
Yeah, right. Why risk your system if you just hit that 150? And he told me the same thing that morning. He's like, I'm gonna just take it easy right before the time's up. Just get it to that 150, and that's exactly what he did.
Yes, he did.
And he got it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
and I was scared. Check this out. I don't even know if you noticed this, but when you said ready, set, go, he didn't even start. I was standing right next to his car, and his highs came on.
Yep.
His highs came on, and I'm doing the live feed, so I'm trying to like watch everything I say. But I am, well, here I'm on another live feed. But I was like, oh fuck, because I thought, oh no, it's done. Something went wrong, And then finally it came on, and then boom, he went. But I was just like, oh shit.
But, and then Greg Colin, the same thing, right?
Same thing. Yeah. Same thing. Yep.
All of a sudden, he starts popping out from behind his car. What's going on? Looking in his window. His amps turn on. They turn off. They turn back on.
So if you remember if you remember me joking before all of it started, I said, I think I'm going to do this class. Because who knows? Maybe they'll all blow their shit up and I'll just do like a 130 and I'll win. But I was like, there's no way that there's gonna be 2 malfunctions, or 4, because there was him, Greg, and then Moses. Yep. And Moses was giving it everything he had, man. Big props to him. That dude definitely got the bug for sure. That dude gets so excited. It pumps me up. And I'll tell you what, dude, when I lost to him, I was just like, yes, that it's fun to me, man.
Dog.
In Top Dog.
Yes.
It's fun, dude. Somebody made a comment one time they said that I get so angry if I lose. I've never ever been angry that I lost. It's fun as shit to me. I have a lot of fun, but seeing that guy, I was just like, yeah, he's got it, man. He's getting good. I was like, oh shit. So now I got to keep my eye out for him when he pulls in the lanes. Now I know, okay, he's going to be another good one I got to watch out for.
So what I would really like to start seeing at some of these shows, which would be just totally awesome. You, Tattoo, Tatu, Bradshaw, Moses, Jenner. Dude, the 5 of you in Top Dog.
Angelo Trujillo.
Yeah.
If Nyman and Alpine come back,
holy
Hanky.
Crap.
Dude.
Hanky.
Yeah, so Hanky, I mean, Frankie Smith, if he came down this way, I don't know, but
that would be an insane group in Top Dog.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's like the dream lineup right there. That's a dream lineup. That'd be a crazy bracket right there.
Yeah, and so here's the thing too is
Tyler Bailey,
another one, right? So here's the thing. At World Finals last year, we had I think 3 people.
There's 3 of us, dude. 3 or 4.
That to me is ridiculous. Look at how many names we just named.
Yeah, and that was embarrassing.
Every single one of them has a reasonable chance to win a championship ring.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
Hey, so to me, I was like, screw it. I had better odds of winning, but at the same time, right? You know what I mean? But at the same time, truthfully, I would rather win the honorable way. You know what I mean? So if there's more people, then fucking bring it, dude. Because the last thing I want is to have a fucking ring and then somebody go, well, shit, you only beat one person. You know what I mean? I don't want that. It brings me back to my first show of competing in DB drag.
Right.
I won against myself and I almost didn't even take the certificate because it was like, this is stupid. I just won against myself. But then shows carried on and more people. So, and I also noticed that there was probably, I know for sure, 4 new people, but I think there was about 7 at Jay's Alarms, wasn't there?
6.
That were completely 6.
There were 6 brand new.
I knew it was close to that, brand new, man. And so that's awesome. So the more people, and like I said, that guy, he goes by Chicago is what he goes by.
Okay.
That's where he's from. And he told me today, he was like, how do I get into competing? So I'm going to be linking up with him. Hopefully he'll get into it and get involved. The more people, the better, man. The more people, the better. Makes it more fun. And, I had to explain to him the whole get down because he heard my truck. He let me listen to his. He's like, come on, man. I'm like, no. You're going to get put in a class with people with similar setup to you.
Yes.
And then not only that, you can do base race and Top Dog. I try to give him a quick little rundown, but I think the best way is just to invite him to Nyman's show. That way he could watch and he could see. So,
yep. And truly the best way to learn is to do it.
To go. Yep. Go and do it.
There's no way that actually doing it in the lanes.
Yes.
There's no substitute. You can practice all you want and this and that, but when you're head to head against somebody else,
yes, whole different feeling.
It is a totally different situation.
Yeah, it's just like mechanic school. There's people that ace the test, the books and all that stuff, and they can't do shit hands on, So same thing with this. You can watch, and that's a good way to kind of get your, idea. But getting in the lane and actually doing it, totally different ball game. Yeah.
So we had DB drag. We had a handful of competitors in DB drag, and I mean some of our loud guys of the day: Ray Maestas, Greg Colin, you. I think you 3 were the loudest of the day. You at 55-1.
55-2 maybe. 55-1, 55-2. I'm down right now. I'm still between trying to work and trying to get stuff done. I still need to fine tune. I don't want to put everything out there right now, but I will say this: I got some good stuff coming for the piggy bank. So I'm not going to put it out there yet. You guys will see later. And keep your eyes peeled. Stay tuned like an amplifier.
And then Greg, I think, did a 57 or so. And then Ray obviously did his 160, like he always does. So we had really good loud cars. Base race was pretty good. We had a couple of ties. Then we got to do the beat the boss. 29-9. Who was 29-9 winner?
I'm not sure the 29.9 class. I think that's when I was in my truck. I was
right here.
And so I was trying to watch that from my truck, but when they start going, people start getting in between the cars, so I couldn't see the screen. So I don't.
Carlos, down to pound Carlos.
There you go. Okay.
Hey,
cool.
And not only that, so he's a newer guy to competing, and he ended up beating me and beat the boss.
Is he he's not the one with the van, right? Jay's old van?
That's Team HRA. He lost.
Gotcha. Okay.
And that's another guy that's getting really good at base race. I mean, he's nailed in, but the problem is there's some issue with his subwoofer, and he needs to get it changed out. And so it would jump every once in a while, like the contacts would get all in the right spot for a second, and that's what happened. I ended up busting out, I believe, in his.
I think he's the one who beat me in Top Dog. Yeah, he did. That's the one who won Top Dog.
Yes, he is. He's the one who won Top Dog.
Yeah, I busted out at the last second, yeah.
Yep. So, so I went against Carlos. I lost. Oh, yeah, that's right, because remember, I came out and I hit a 131 right off the get. And I was like, oh, dude. Well, I lost. And all's fair,
It's funny because at the Reno show, there was people there that were just like, oh my God, Lucky, look at that guy, Lucky. Oh my God, look, he won every single person. He's so good. And that's what I try to tell people is look at what happened to me at this show. I got stomped. So that's why I love Top Dog and Base Race, because it really is how good are you today, right now. That's it.
Yep. I mean, we had Maurice Pollock. Dude, that was the guy's first ever time. That was that red S10 Blazer or whatever it was.
Yeah. The older white guy.
First time ever doing base race. He's like, dude, I got to learn how to do base race and Top Dogs. I want to get in the money class.
He was just going a little too hard, too quick, instead of trying to finesse it. You know what I mean? And I tried to tell him, don't just gun that sucker. You got to really, you're going to find what works for you, but you got to find what works for you. But gunning it, if you're new, gunning it ain't the way. Ease into it and see how it works. See how fast your system climbs. Watch your numbers. If they jump real quick and fast, then don't gun it. And mark where your knob's got to be at, your volume's got to be at. Have your song. People always forget this, including I think him a couple times. Is they'll go and then they forget to restart the song and then hit pause. So then when they hit play again, they ain't got enough time. So I always try to tell people, keep your hand ready, because if they say stop for any reason, I don't care if you're 10 seconds into the song, restart that sucker, pause it, get ready.
And then let's see, 129.9, you won that class. 39.9, sorry. And then you and I went. I believe we tied our first run.
Yep.
And then it was a restart, and then I think I went down at the last second. I was up above you, and then at the last second we switched, and you got 39.9 and I got 39.8.
I was watching, I can't remember who it was because I was focused on the numbers. I was just watching the screens. But man, God, I wish I knew who it was, because they were just watching their number. So me, this is just how I do it, is I try to just get 39.9, right? So at a certain point, though, I will glance over at what they have. But those two people, and I wish I knew who they were going number for number. So if this one went 0.7, he went 0.7.
Oh, no.
If he went 0.6, he went 0.7. Yeah. There. And I was like, damn.
So So that was hold on, let me see. I'm pulling it up now.
That's good. That's how it should be played right there.
Yeah.
Because so many people bust, including me, bust out when I could have just stayed at a 0.5 and won. You know what I mean?
I honestly think that was Moses and Ricky. Or did you go against Moses?
I went against Moses. I don't think it was Moses. I know Moses is watching this. Don't take this wrong. I don't know if Moses is on that level of knowing that part of it. And maybe he did. Maybe he did. And I could be totally wrong. But that's some skill shit right there, where you're just, floating right there with the person. Like, I don't even do that shit. I need to, because I can't count how many times I busted out and then looked at the other person's score and I'm like, damn, like they had a 39.6. You know what I mean? But
so
whatever.
So 2 weeks ago in Reno, you won the Top Dog with 11 wins. So,
yeah, dude, that was a way to come back from my little 5-month retirement. That was.
So let's discuss. Let's discuss Jay's Alarms with one win.
So, well, no, because
I'm looking at it right here.
Oh, Top Dog.
Yep, Top Dog.
Okay, I thought you meant. Okay, so so base race, I did my thing.
Yes, you did.
I think I beat you too. But yeah, so
we mentioned
Top Dog. Yeah, we mentioned that. Like I said, it's one of those things where you're amazing this round, not the next round, or you're good on this day. There's obviously going to be an excuse, right? So you're obviously there is a reason. Mine was if I remember correctly, I was hitting 139.9 consistently. It was just riding it, and then I popped out the last second, if I remember correctly, because I know that there was one run that I did, I think in first elimination, where it just spiked. It just went from a 39.7 or something like that, and just and then got into a 14, and I was like, damn it, are you kidding me? If I remember correctly. But the second one was holding a 9.9 for so long, but then at the last second, if I remember correctly, I popped right there at the last second.
Oh, and that's what I did too when I was going against you. I was doing 9.9. I'm like, dude, no way can I keep holding this.
Yeah.
And I turned it down just a hair, and then I ended up losing. That's right.
So that's the thing. It's really how you feel that day. But the smart thing to do to any new guys, if you're riding that 9.9, back off a hair.
So that's what I tried, and I ended up losing.
Yeah, back off a hair until you're like 3 seconds until the end, and then pop it up a little bit, right?
Yep.
Because when you're riding that 9.9, it can go either way. For so long, it could go down at the last second, or it can go up that 10th at the last second. You know what I mean? So, but there's days where you're like, fuck it, I'm going to just see if I can ride this thing to the fullest. And I rode mine for 11 seconds is what they said at the Reno show.
Damn.
That's what I didn't count it, but that's what they said. They're like, he was on at 9.9 for 11 seconds. And I was like, shit.
That's pretty solid.
Yeah.
So then second place with 2 wins was Carlos Down to Pound again, the winner of the 29.9 base race. But Team HRA, who lost in base race, dude, 6 wins in Top Dog.
Yeah.
He handled his business and ended up being the top dog, taking home $25, the dog tag, and the big trophy, obviously.
Nice.
So I am going to switch here to the calendar so we can talk about the upcoming events. So calendar view. There we are. Let's see here. I can center this just a little bit better for you guys. So in the month of July, we have this weekend coming up. Knoxville, Tennessee has a 3X. Watertown, Wisconsin has a 2X. Sacramento has whatever Ray Pimley's doing, obviously. And then we have Nyman's Night Show. The Czech Republic's checking in also Saturday. Sunday, we have Holton City, Texas, which we talked to that gentleman earlier today, Smiley Wattz. You didn't ask him if he had lots of watts or not.
Right? I totally forgot about that.
Then we have Ukraine and Germany also. It's really good to see all these international shows happening again.
Yeah.
Then on the 17th, we got Jacksonville, Florida, Michigan, Lansing, Michigan, Alberta, Canada, it looks like. Croatia, Redlands, California, that's down in Southern Cal. Czech Republic, this is all on the 17th. On the 18th, there's a 3X in Jacksonville, Florida, and Madrid, Spain. It looks like Spain's really doing their thing this year, you know. Then on the 24th, wow, Florida again, Crestview, Florida, 3X. And then Sparks, Nevada, also 3X at Baldini's night show. That'd be on the 24th of July. On the 25th of July, Sevilla, Spain, another 3X. Wisconsin, another 3X on the 31st. Montgomery, Alabama has a 1X. And Russellville, Kentucky also has a 1X. See what we got in August. So right now in August, we are going to move Jay's show, which is currently for the 6th in Fresno. That is going to get moved to Friday the 13th, where he's going to pay out $4 a DB for deathmatch. Because on the 7th, we're going to have a 2X out in Reno, Nevada. So we got Russellville, Kentucky on the 1st of August. That's going to be a 2X. North Carolina, there's going to be a 3X on the 14th. But on the 13th, we're going to have Fresno. On the 7th, we're going to have Sparks, Nevada. On the 15th, we got North Carolina. We got Czech Republic again on the 21st. Then on the 28th, we're going once again for our final show in Reno of the season. That'll be August 28th, and that'll be a 1X event. And Lincoln City on the 22nd, the big show, right? Surf City, that's August 22nd.
Dude,
up in Lincoln City, Oregon.
I'm counting the days down, man. Cannot wait.
So there's our events for the upcoming next 2 months. So if you guys have any questions, you can check them out on turnpro.com. Any of my personal events, you can go to Sonic FX page. We post them on there. If you go to my website, sonicfxaudio.com, you can click on the link that says upcoming shows, and you can see all my whole list of shows. Any of my previous shows for the last 21 years up to the next shows I got coming up, they're all listed on there. So you guys are welcome to look at that, maybe see some of the results, some of the other stuff that's happened. But yeah, no, we got a lot of stuff coming up. Potentially another Stockton Beatdown coming in September for a 3X. We're waiting to see. I do believe Wayne and Sleece are intending to attend the Surf City Sound Off.
Yes, so, I seen her put a post up that they were going.
Okay, so they have an intention to show up to that event. So, hey, go up, say hi, thank them for for them putting together this organization so that we can compete, right?
Yes.
Without them, we don't have any of this stuff. So it's Wayne's brain putting together a more accurate, a better way to put together a sensor to make the playing field more even across the board. And then you got Celeste marketing, taking care of these banners. This picture right behind me, that's all Celeste right behind me here, with her doing her marketing stuff is just amazing. Moses says, well, Oregon looks like away we go north.
Oh, dude, Moses, please go, dude. Oh my gosh. I chimed out of that one to go to the Turn Pro real quick. Brian Stevens from SSC, Woody McDonald's in here. Strategy noted. You guys are always fun. When are you coming back out here, Brian Stevens? Rosa. So yeah, Moses, if you go to Surf City, you're gonna see a whole fucking different world, man. CES and Surf City are just insane shows. We're talking hundreds. It's nuts. The type of builds you're gonna see out there are just jaw dropping. It's funny how much attention the piggy bank gets. It looks cool. It looks like a Hot Wheel or whatever. But if you want to see insane, like just where you come home and you're like, the piggy bank ain't nothing. Like go to like Surf City or CES and you'll see like Brent Levitt in the Fosgate van.
Levitt's builds are off the hook always,
dude. And he'll go home and rip it the fuck out and start over again and come out with something even crazier, but you'll see builds out there that are just jaw dropping. So yeah. And it's fun, man. And you could throw a rock and hit the beach, so go out there. Me and my wife and kids will be out there this time. So yeah.
Okay.
I'll tell you some good stories if you go out there about how I almost died like 3 times the first year I went. That's no lie. So yeah. Anyway, I guess we're going to wrap it up, huh, Doug?
We are, sir. Let's wrap this thing up. Once again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Thank my guest or my co-host over here, Lucky McGovern. Our guest, Smiley Wattz. Our other guest, Brian Nyman. Yes, we're going to see him Saturday afternoon at Mello's Auto Repair, Sacramento. So please come to those shows. Come and have fun. Just spectate. Learn what it's about. But remember, if you don't participate, you will never get the full effect of being part of one of those shows. It's a different level when you actually are competing at the shows. So that's all I can really tell you guys. But anyway, so once again, this will be on all your media outlets. So join Sonic FX on Facebook so that you can post, so we can see your comments. Remember, like and share this as much as you can. Download it from iHeart, iTunes, Spotify, all the places you get your podcast at. We have them out there for you to download audio only if it is difficult for you to sit and watch them live. And then, but please like and share this as much as we can. We're starting to get a little more traction. I was just going over with Lucky. From 3 shows ago to the last 2 shows, we've actually doubled our audience. Yeah. So we're going to continue to try and get that exponential growth, the curve that goes like that instead of like this. Yep. So we want to see it grow. The only way it grows is with you guys liking and sharing as much as you possibly can. Remember, at all my events, I broadcast them live, so you can watch our events. If you can't attend and you're in a different part of the country, please tune into our events and see what we got going on live. Remember, people from Barbados, they always tune in. We will get out to Barbados when this COVID thing's over, and I promise you, we're going to learn them a little something about having a good time. We'll have to tune into them and their shows coming up. One more thing wanted to just touch on real here. Rosa Espinoza, I believe that she's the one that was with Moses at the shows. Mm-hmm. But yeah, she says, good thing about the bass life, meeting people and seeing different cities with the same love for bass. Thank you all for what you do. So she definitely, they absolutely love this thing. They're new to it. And like I said, good people too. He's going to learn, though, about when I say it's time to go.
Yeah.
He's going to have to go. Yeah. He wasn't paying attention to Jay's very well last week, but that's okay.
All the new guys got to remember once you get called, like, just pay attention and listen for your name to get called and jump up there. Yeah.
And even if you can't hear or you're not anywhere where you can see it, remember, you can always go on live. It's usually about 20 seconds behind, but being only 20 seconds behind, that's still, if I call your 2 minutes and you're 20 seconds behind, that still gives you a minute and a half to get to the lanes. So, but remember, I always call you guys at least 4 cars out.
Yeah.
Rosa says I have to be his eyes and ears at all times.
Yes, so. That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
But anyway, hey, thanks again for tuning in this week in Car Audio. Hopefully, everybody had a good time. You enjoyed the podcast. Please like and share as much as you can. We're trying to grow our audience. I guess we'll see you guys Saturday night.
All right, you guys take it easy.